Well, it seems there's become a monthly ritual that an American goes somewhere overseas, somewhere outside the Western bubble, and discovers the hard way that the rules are different in that part of the world. Brittany Griner is, of course, the most high-profile recent example, but there have been others. For instance, we heard last week about the odd story of Private Second Class Travis King, who managed to get himself arrested in North Korea. Now, we don't know exactly what happened or why, but we do know that the first and most glaring mistake that leads an American to getting arrested in North Korea is that they go to North Korea. I have found that, for me, the most effective way to avoid North Korean imprisonment is to not ever be in North Korea. Why did Travis King pay the communist country a visit? Well, the details are odd and still a little bit unclear, but NBC News reports, quote, Private Second Class Travis King, 23, was about to fly back to the United States from South Korea for possible disciplinary action after refusing to pay a fine for allegedly damaging public property. He slipped away from the airport in Seoul last Tuesday and managed to join a guided tour to the Joint Security Area, a piece of land between the North and South that's managed by the UN. From there, he sprinted across the border and appeared to be detained by North Korean guards. Now, apparently, he didn't want to face disciplinary action in the United States, and so instead he'll face it in North Korea. Which is kind of like, curing the pain of a paper cut on your finger by chopping your entire arm off. Effective, I guess, in a certain sense, but overkill, perhaps. Travis King is not the only American to find himself in the illegal crosshairs in a country that isn't exactly renowned for its leniency. A similar fate has befallen a woman named Tierra Allen, otherwise known as on TikTok and YouTube as the Sassy Trucker. And she got herself arrested a couple of months ago in Dubai. Now, if you think that a self-described sassy woman and the Middle East do not seem like necessarily the best combination, then you'd be correct. Before we get into the legal dispute, let's first meet the sassy trucker who has amassed a respectable following on social media with content like this. Watch.
Anyways, I had got called in to come pick up the trailer. I was leaving a party. It's always business before pleasure. That's why you see me wearing this green, beautiful outfit. As you can see, I was looking like a snack. The money don't stop, so why should I?
Enough of that. I think we get the idea. Get the idea there. Now, to be honest, I was expecting a little more sass. Maybe the sassy part is the outfit, as the sassy trucker apparently enjoys doing her long hauls in a spandex jumpsuit, which makes her, I'm sure, the only person at the truck stop dressed like a backup dancer from a Britney Spears video in 2003. But this is not why she was arrested in Dubai, although she likely would have been had she dressed like that in Dubai. The actual reason had to do with a dispute at a rental car agency. The AP reports, quote, a Houston woman known online as the Sassy Trucker has been stuck in Dubai for months after an altercation at a car rental agency, the latest case showing the limits of speech in this skyscraper-studded city-state. The case against Tierra Young Allen, 29, comes as 7 sheikdoms of the United Arab Emirates have rules that strictly govern speech far beyond what's common in Western nations. A middle finger raised in a traffic dispute, a text message calling somebody a name, or swearing in public can easily spark criminal cases, something that foreign tourists who flock here may not realize until it's too late. Allen traveled to Dubai in April with her social media accounts with tens of thousands of followers showing videos of her test driving a Mercedes semi-truck, going to a beach, seeing tourist attractions, and partying in nightclubs. But towards the end of Allen's trip, a rental car driven by a friend she was with was involved in a crash on April 28th, said Rada Sterling, who runs a for-hire advocacy group long critical of the UAE called Detained in Dubai. After the crash, Allen tried to retrieve personal items from inside the car at the rental agency, sparking an altercation, Sterling said. Now, the details from here are sketchy. This Sterling person says that the sassy trucker shouted at a rental car employee, though we aren't told exactly what she said. But Sterling says that the employee started it, that this person yelled first and was being confrontational. Now, Dubai police, on the other hand, claim that the aggression went the other way. Quote, The Dubai police received a complaint from a car rental office accusing her of slandering and defaming an employee amidst a dispute over car rental fees, police said in their statement. The individual was questioned as per legal procedures and subsequently released pending the resolution of ongoing legal proceedings between her and the car rental office. Now, whatever the case, the sassy trucker cannot leave the country until the investigation is completed and a decision has been made about whether to prosecute. If they do, she could be looking at several months or even a year in prison for this. The AP notes, quote, the State Department separately warns travelers coming to the UAE that, quote, individuals may be arrested, fined, and or deported for making rude gestures, swearing, and making derogatory statements about the UAE, the royal families, the local governments, or other people. Under Emirati law, publicly insulting another person can carry a sentence of up to 1 year in prison and a fine of $5,450. Disputes over rental car agency fees have seen other foreign tourists stuck in the city-state in the past as well. In other words, the UAE is not a place for your sassiness, even if you are the sassy trucker. They literally have laws against being sassy. It is against the law to be sassy. And this comes as news to many Americans. It's clear that the left is giving up their morals and any common sense. There's no better time to build a daily habit of prayer and meditation than right now. Building a habit of prayer can help you cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Focusing on what you're thankful for can increase positive emotions and improve overall well-being. Hallow is the #1 Christian prayer app in the U.S. It's helped me maintain a daily prayer routine. It can help you do the same. Download the app for free at hallow.com/Matt Walsh. You can set prayer reminders, track your progress along the way. And if you're not sure where to start, well, check out Father Mike Schmitz's Bible in a Year podcast for brief daily readings and reflections. Or you can pray alongside the likes of Mark Wahlberg, Jim Caviezel, even some world-class athletes as well. With Hallow, you can customize a personal prayer plan that works for you. Listen wherever you are with downloadable offline sessions. Using Hallow to connect with others who share your beliefs and values can provide a sense of belonging, support, and foster a sense of community as well. Ultimately, we'll learn how we can become better individuals in spite of today's broken world as we strive to become more like Christ in our daily lives through prayer, fasting, and giving. Download Hallow at hallow.com/Matt Walsh and get exclusive 3 months free. That's 3 months absolutely free at hallow.com/Matt Walsh. We see in these kinds of stories the startling fact that the whole world is not America. You have many privileges here that you don't have anywhere else. Many Americans don't understand that these privileges are privileges. They've gotten so used to basically acting however they want and doing whatever they want and saying whatever they want that they've come to believe that the universe owes them these freedoms. But then they go somewhere else in the world and they find that the universe is no longer delivering the way it was before. They can kick and scream and say, but I have the right to act this way. This isn't fair. I'm the sassy trucker, damn it. This is my whole shtick. And yet they've wound up in a place that doesn't care how unfair it feels to them, doesn't care what they feel they are owed. Now, I don't know what exactly led to the sassy trucker's arrest. I suspect that whoever started it, she was being quite sassy. This is what I've ascertained based on context clues. And if that is the case, then she's the latest American to learn, and learn the hard way, that our culture is quite unique in its seemingly endless capacity to tolerate unpleasant behavior. That is the path that we have chosen as a society, the path that empowers and enables obnoxious people. Now, many other countries came to the same fork in the road and chose to go the other way. They don't recognize any right to say and do whatever you want, no matter how vulgar, boorish, or indecent it may be. We can insist that such rights exist, but our insistence doesn't mean much in practical terms. These other countries will respond by asking us where these rights exist, how we know that we all have them or should have them, and in what way do they make our lives and our culture better. So we could say to the other countries, well, we have these rights, and you should guarantee these rights for other people too. You should have a country where people can go to the rental car agency and yell and scream and there'll be no consequence for it. You should have that kind of country too. But these other countries, we say that to them and they say, well, why would we want that kind of country? How does that benefited you? Has it made your life better? Has it made your culture better? Are you happier because of this? Those are fair questions, aren't they? Most Americans will have no answer for any of those questions. They haven't even thought about them. And these are the people who get blindsided in these kind of situations. Now, I'm not saying that I'd prefer to live in a place like Dubai or that we should adopt the same laws. I'm simply stating some facts about the world, whether we like it or not. But there is good news for the sassy trucker. Joe Biden is still in office, for now anyway, and we know that he's willing to make trades, no matter how insane they might be. So perhaps soon we'll hear that the sassy trucker is headed home after the Biden administration secured her freedom with a trade that gives the UAE the entire eastern seaboard of the United States or something. Whatever it takes to get the sassy trucker back, any trade is worth it. At least that's been Biden's approach, It wouldn't be mine, though, which is why I will say that, not to add insult to injury. But I think today it is the sassy trucker who is canceled. If you'd like to see what else I have to say, you can access my full show by going to dailywire.com or by going to the Matt Walsh Show Twitter page. Hope to see you there. Godspeed.